town, got your truck bed empty, but fill it up now. Rock, smokes, and soul for your green spot. Call them up, they deliver on the dot.
Good morning, OKM. 8:48. Happy Friday to you. You know, that weather has been just absolutely perfect this week.
Gorgeous.
It felt like the rain wasn't going to end at all last week, and then you get to this week, and it's like, my goodness. Does that mean next week it's going to be cold? Is it going to be warm? Is it going to be all over the place? I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know the answer either.
But there's still some time left to put out the seed if you haven't yet, if you haven't aerated. I believe that's what Jason says is the best way to do it. Also fertilizing and lime. Or maybe you want to plant some trees or some shrubs or even some of these beautiful fall flowers that can be out there. You can get all of that from Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop. Jason and his team located in Statesville, but serving all of the Lake Norman area by delivering to you. They have over 2.7 trillion offerings, and Jason will be here in just about 1 minute, he said. He'll be with us, and they have that many offerings, and it's because they also include the stone, the gravel. They've got all the hardscape materials that you can need, the mulch, the pine needles. They got all of it for you.
Everything you need. And the thing I love about going out to Drum Landscape Supply is that you go out there, and I said, I need the seed that I heard about on the radio. And they knew exactly what I was talking about. And it wasn't even Jason. I mean, if Jason was, of course, he'd know. But the guys that were there, they knew exactly what I was talking about. And they said, how big your yard? And I said, about this big. and they knew what that meant, too. So I showed them a picture of my lawn. They helped me figure out how much I needed, how much fertilizer I needed, how much lime I needed. So you don't have to be an expert because they are the experts there. They're there to help you out.
And that's the best part, right? Because you only go a couple of times a year maybe up there doing nursery, right? If you're not a contractor doing it on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you're a contractor, you definitely should work with Jason too, because him and his team are definitely love working with contractors and providing great service. But if you're just a consumer, you're going up and maybe getting plants, shrubs, trees, seed, fertilizer, lime,
I got to
mulch.
get my mom's
Couple times a year,
yeah.
right? And Jason and his team take care of you where you can literally just pull in and they'll be glad to help you. Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply joins us this morning. What's happening, sir? How you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Just underestimated the time it'd take to get to work in my little mini truck.
No, you're all good. We were bragging about you a bit because Mames was saying how easy it is when people pull in. All they got to do is say, hey, I'm just getting that seed from the radio. And then they know what to do. They know where to send you. What's it like working with a team that seems to care about people too? Is that something you stress to them?
Yeah, that's really what we strive for every day here, and we have for the past almost 15 years is, making sure everybody has a good customer experience and gets their questions answered and taken care of, because that's really what we're here for, is to help people out, with landscape issues they may have and supply them with great stuff.
I'm not going to say it's the first time this season, but it's the first time I can remember seeing you with a coat on. What's your thoughts on the temp shirt you're in right now?
Yeah, we've got, the mornings have been nice and cool, which I love. And, we've got some cold temperatures coming up, so which is normal. And so it looks like November 10th or 11th is going to be our first frost date, which I kind of predicted on another radio show. So hopefully that'll come true, and I can get to brag about that a little bit. But anyways, it's time to bring those house plants in. If you have anything sensitive that's not going to be able to stand a frost or a freeze, go ahead and bring those in. So I'll be bringing in all my citrus plants this weekend. And but there's really no need to cover things unless it's put on new growth for some reason, which unless you pruned at the wrong time of the year, this is the natural thing. So even if you have some camellias or something that are blooming, the frost will kill the blooms that are open, but it won't damage the plant otherwise.
So right now I shouldn't be pruning any of my plants. Is that what you're saying? Or is there a good time of year to do it?
Yeah. So the best time of year to prune plants is going to be after a frost, anytime over the winter after the frost, depending on the plant. Some plants you don't want to cut back now, but your shrubs like your evergreens, hollies, boxwoods, things like that, after we get this first killing frost, then it's a good time to go ahead and trim, because the plant has shut down the top growth, so it's not going to put any new growth on. Really, you do not want to trim in mid to late August and September, because what that can do is that can force growth in October, which we had a pretty warm October. So you just don't want new growth on a plant and then to have a freeze hit it, because it'll damage all the new foliage for sure. And depending on the plant, it could possibly kill the plant. So pruning is best done after a frost and then in the middle of the heat of the summer. And if you prune those 2 times of the year, you won't have as much trimming. Whereas if you trim, say in April, right after you get the new growth, it's going to grow right back again. So you'll be trimming again. So in general, those 2 times after the first freeze, sometime over the winter, and then during the heat of the summer.
That's great advice right there.
That is
That's
some really good
strong
advice. I would have never thought after
Deep
a frost
tracks,
was a
Jason.
good time to prune, but that's good to know because I got some ones that are getting a little wild in my yard. It's time to cut them back a little bit.
Yeah, we're almost there. So after this weekend, I mean, you could even do it this weekend because we're definitely going to get that freeze and frost for sure. So it's a good time to get out there. Now, your plants like panicle hydrangeas, butterfly bushes, ornamental grasses, things of that nature, those are a few of the things you want to leave until about mid-February to early March, because they can actually decrease the cold hardiness by pruning them in the fall or early winter. So there's a few things there. Of course, we're here to help you with all that advice at Drum Landscape Supply. So if you have any questions, you can stop by and talk to us here, or you can even send us a text message to our office phone. That seems to be working out really well. And that phone number is 704-253-7010. You can call or text there, and we'll be glad to help you out.
Jason, I'm absolutely loving seeing right behind you here exactly what we were talking about earlier of how convenient your nursery is set up for a truck just to be able to drive in. Your team is ready to go and help. You guys got the necessary equipment to help load up large size trailers. I mean, when you're moving stones and you're moving rocks that weigh a few thousand pounds, you got to be able to move it. I can see the white marble stone there right behind you. How you feeling about the stone season and what's been going on with all that, the materials?
Yeah, so we still have a really good supply. This year has been exceptionally well for us not to run out of certain things that we just can't get our hands on enough of. We work really closely with our suppliers. I try to keep the same ones as long as they're producing good quality products, and that really goes a long way when it comes to them supplying us, because it's not just a one-way street there. We purchase from them, but they also help us to make sure that they have the products for their regular customers like us, and not just somebody new or off the street. A lot of our wholesale suppliers won't sell to people unless they know that they're going to form a good relationship. And that goes all the way up and down the line here, from our vendors to our customers to our employees. We want to make sure that we have a good, symbiotic relationship, that we're doing something for each other here.
We're talking with Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, drumlandscapesupply.com, your local one-stop landscape shop. Jason, if I think about what this fall season hopefully holds, it's a lack of mosquitoes. I'm hopeful for that.
Yeah.
Does the freeze mean that, okay, we're definitely good with no mosquitoes going
Not just
forward?
mosquitoes, but all the bugs. Are they gone now?
Yeah, especially after Monday night. If you have any remaining, they should be gone. So that's one of the great things about the colder temperatures is less bugs or no bugs. And, you may see some of them trying to come inside, like stink bugs. They're notorious for trying to get inside your home. And that same product that you've used to get rid of the mosquitoes will also help to deter stink bugs and other bugs from coming in your home. So what you do is you take that liquid bifenthrin, and it used to be known as Towel Star. Some people may know that name, but you spray it around the door casings, you spray it up under the eaves, spray it around the foundation of your home, anywhere that there's a crack that they might try to get in, window casings, and that'll deter them from coming in there. So that's another way to use that chemical there to help with bugs, even in the wintertime.
Jason, you're a wealth of knowledge, sir, and I'm
Yes,
curious.
you are.
There was we did a news story at the top of the show. It's about Farmer's Almanac, and in 2026, they're saying that that'll be the last year they print the Farmer's Almanac. Wow. And so, want to get your thoughts on it. Give us a hot take on it. Is the Farmer's Almanac still relevant, or no? Is it just rules of drum going forward? Do we need to make the pocket card for people? What do we do here?
Yeah, maybe we can get a collaboration on the drum almanac. But no, those folks know a lot more than I do, and they take historical weather patterns and then apply them to a modern calendar. So I believe in the Farmer's Almanac. I mean, they're not going to be exactly right, but they can use that recent historical data to give you a pretty good prediction of what the weather's going to be like. So sad to hear that it's not going to be around anymore. It's been a staple of especially those in the agriculture community for decades, if not centuries.
Well, thankfully, we've got you to rely on,
That's
Jason.
right. Well, it sounds like you are the new Farmer's Almanac,
That's
Jason, because
right.
you correctly predicted the first frost of the season. So, yeah, I'm just going to lean on you for the rest of the information on weather.
And it's not always accurate, but I you can kind of just see the weather trends. And if I was going to make a prediction on what this winter was going to be like, I think we'll have our coldest temperatures in mid-December, maybe early January, but I'm going to lean on December again. And I feel like we're going to get a little bit of snow this year, maybe something similar to last year. But yeah, hopefully we'll have just enough to have fun with and not disrupt anything.
Sounds good.
Jason Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop, drumlandscapesupply.com. Jason, we so appreciate you, sir. Hope you have a great weekend. Remember, bring the plants in. It's going to be the frost. Jason said bring them in. We'll make it happen. Looking forward to chatting with you next week, sir.
All right. I hope everybody has a great weekend.
You too.
Drum Landscape Supply, where your gardens grow. From Mooresville to Cornelia, Secret to Taylorsville, they bring the dream to life, they always will. In every town, they got your back. From Moxville to Trumpet's more than that. Experience hands make your dream complete. Drum Landscape Supply, your garden sweet.